Who's your favorite superhero? My favorite superhero would be Batman. Batman.
I'm Batman.
Superman. Superman.
Gotta go with Superman as well.
Probably Spider-Man. Yeah, same.
I'll probably say Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
I love Spider-Man too. I'd also have to say Spider-Man. He's just such a genuine superhero and he cares about everyone he saves.
I guess I've always just liked him because he's relatable and I like the idea of anyone can be behind the mask.
It's nice to see a superhero who's just like us.
For the last couple of decades, superhero blockbusters have consistently been among the biggest moneymakers at the box office. Between teenagers bitten by radioactive spiders, otherworldly gods, and billionaire tech geniuses, there's clearly something about these super people that audiences can't get enough of. But as new audiences grow up watching superhero movies, what kind of characters do they want to see?
So you're unusual, man. Something strange happened to you and now you're quite odd.
Right. Okay, yep. To find out, we can look at this study, which asked young people in the US which characters they related to most from popular superhero franchises. It's the sort of report that executives at studios like Disney and Warner Brothers will be aware of, so its findings could impact which superheroes we see more of on the big screen in the years to come. And despite Gen Z being the most racially and ethnically diverse generation in US history, in the study, 56.9% of respondents chose a white male character as the one they related to the most. And the researchers say that's mainly because that's most of the options they had. 70% of the characters in these superhero franchises are white and men. Is there anyone else in this movie with me?
They're all around you.
They're all around.
We're gonna CGI them in later. So just, I don't know, pretend.
Right. The study found that female participants particularly loved movies like The Incredibles and Suicide Squad, films which have more female characters, and that although audiences can relate to characters that don't look like them, it's easier to find role models in characters that share your identity. There are a lot of unique superheroes out there, but to find them, we need to go where superheroes come from. And I don't mean Asgard or New York or Krypton. I'm talking about comic books.
The great things about comics is how liberating it is that you're only limited by what you can draw and, your time as well. And the fact that you're not limited on budget, so you can have a great big set piece where Superman is fighting, hundreds and millions of robots, while obviously live action, that gets a bit expensive.
Jonathan Saunders has created a lot of comic books over the years, including a superhero story called 0 Point.
I was like, oh, okay, maybe why don't I just make this cool superhero, Aboriginal, an urban blackfellow like me. I wanted to create a really cool superhero that just happened to be Aboriginal, instead of falling into the trap of creating a Aboriginal superhero.
Jonathan's even been able to adapt some of his comic into an animated web series.
When are you going to wear a proper uniform?
PR thinks it's good to keep the old costume.
It's been shown that children and teens seeing themselves authentically represented promotes positive development. And for you movie studio executives playing along at home, diverse representation can also have a positive effect on box office success.
I definitely think it's shifting a lot. I especially think the creators are shifting as well, where not even that long ago, a lot of superheroes of color were written by people that were of color. So especially if you want to look at Indigenous superheroes in Australia, all of these were created by non-Indigenous people, and then it was very, very rare to even be consulted. We're finding a very niche opportunity where we are the creators now, and we're having autonomy over our superheroes, and I've been seeing that a lot in that superhero space where the right people are behind creating these stories, which is awesome.
Molly Hunt is one of the creators of a new superhero called Dreamwalker.
It's a really intergenerational sort of story. It's about how we kind of gain our strength and power from our ancestors and from our old people, and it's told in this very beautiful sci-fi magical sort of way.
And like most superheroes, an important part of Dreamwalker is the character's values and sense of right and wrong.
The main theme is about that intergenerational power and strength, and that, love, as cliche as it sounds, conquers all, even time.
That study from earlier found that the way characters behave is really important when it comes to audiences relating to them. Oh no, I'm being devoured by the giant monster!
Don't be so negative. People don't like that.
I'm being devoured! Yay! Bravery, being a good friend, and seeking justice were the character virtues people related to the most.
All through human history, there've been, tales of heroic figures and, men and women of justice.
With great power comes great responsibility.
I guess we seek out these kind of stories to help inspire us and to, be better, I guess.
I think it's like seeing something that is so powerful, a person or a persona that is so powerful and that embodies strength and everything that is good. To see them kind of struggle as well, I think it's a bit more relatable. I think a lot of these superheroes, most of them are kind of like misfits, so I think a lot of people can relate to that feeling a bit alone in the world, and I think a lot of that kind of makes you feel inspired as well. When I think about heroes that struggle through a lot and kind of come out of it really good and hopeful, you can't help but kind of relate, like, I want to be like that.
Research has even found that people's behaviour can change after watching superhero movies. For example, being inspired by a superhero's kindness can motivate people to be kinder in their own lives.
Hey, we've decided to replace you entirely with CGI.
Right. So far, there haven't been many superheroes from Australia on the big screen, except for, like, this guy.
Captain Boomerang. Hey, you and me, mate.
But local comic creators would love to one day see their characters come to life.
It would be nice to see, new characters on the screen. As much as I love, Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, maybe give them a rest and bring some new characters.
That would be awesome, and just kind of bringing that to life, and something that the next generation can just kind of grow up like, this is normal. This is what representation is, and something that we all grew up with. We were wanting someone that looked like us and had our stories and something that we could relate to. Yeah, that would be bloody awesome. I would love that.